I gotta be honest, man. This is a sad day
It's been,
because
yeah,
we lost Val Kilmer.
I
He has
know.
passed away. I've been out of funk the whole day, man. Like I just,
It's a tough day when it's the first thing you look at when you wake up in the morning. That's the first thing that came up for me. I was like, really? This is how I'm going to start my day?
I, I honestly wanted to believe it was like leftover April Fools. Like they always do those celebrity hoax things on
Mm,
April Fools, and I thought, well, that's kind of cruel. Like, why would you pick Val?
right.
And then you find out it's real, and it just
Hmm.
sucks. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I know we were all set to talk about a different, we are going to talk about a director, we're going to talk about a movie.
Hmm.
If you're cool with it, I say we bump that a week
Oh, yeah.
and let's just have a conversation. Let's, like off the cuff, let's just come up with like our top 10 favorite Val Kilmer roles.
I think it's the least that we can do for Mr.
Well,
Kilmer. So,
I mean, think about it. Like when because I'm just now like processing Gene Hackman is gone,
yeah. And that wasn't too long ago.
that wasn't too long ago. And when you're dealing with a celebrity, an iconic actor or an actress,
Hmm. Yep.
I think the best way to show tribute to that actor or actress or that director, that filmmaker, whatever the case may be, you're going to go on like a binge of their work, right?
Yeah.
So I know I'm already thinking of like Val Kilmer movies I want to watch right now.
Hmm. Well, remember the days of Suncoast when someone passed away?
Oh
We would always make like an end cap with their
yeah,
movies.
yeah, like in a remembrance type of thing,
Yeah.
tribute thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's do our favorite top 10 Val Kilmer roles.
All right. Let's do it.
I wish that I loved more. I want to be a better person. I try to figure that out every day and of being more grateful.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Johnson,
David Burns.
and this is a Film by podcast. Uh, just a few things, Dave, before we get started, because this might be 15 minutes long. It might be 50. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But I do want to point out two things. If you were expecting to hear our Steven Spielberg episode on his directorial debut, Duel,
Hmm.
Dave, we'll be back next Monday, and we
Yes,
will do
sir.
it then, right? All right,
Yes,
cool.
sir. We will. I'm looking
But
forward to it, but this is more
yeah. Oh,
important.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. But I just like,
Yep.
I'm not in the mood. I
Right.
want to talk Val Kilmer. So,
I agree.
the only other thing I'll say, I gotta think. First off, I gotta thank Wayne Whited. Our our beloved uh, expert on film scores, and your co-host on Phaser Set to Stun.
Yep.
We decided to play a little April Fool's joke on our listeners last week.
And it was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm glad. Well, Wayne was just off the charts. I've never heard him like that. So let me just catch up the listeners real quick if they weren't aware. Because sometimes you're gonna pick an episode just based on what the title is. If it's a movie you like or a director you like,
Right.
and when you see April Fool's episode, you're like, well, what am I getting into? I don't know. So we had some fun with our buddies over at the Docking Bay 77 podcast. Uh, last, well, actually Tuesday, we purposely went a day late so it could drop on April Fool's
Yeah.
Day. Dayton purposely went a day early so he could hit on April Fool's Day. Uh, Dayton and I switched places. So if you tuned into our show last week, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear you, Dave. Wayne was here, but he was here with Dayton,
Yep.
and they covered Napoleon Dynamite, which hats off to Dayton because he got me one last time. We agreed. You do my show, I'll do your show, and no, I don't know what you're gonna do. I'll find out when I hit play. Now, when I uploaded it, he hands me the flash drive so I can upload it and it's
Hmm.
it's ready to go. Now I handed him my flash drive for the episode I did on Docking Bay 77 with Eric Dirth and Liam Lewis.
Yeah.
It just said April Fool's Day episode because I didn't want him to know a thing because he's expecting me to do something like Van Halen or
Of course.
a
Yeah.
kick-ass movie. We did Whitney Houston's debut album from 1985 because it celebrated its 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
I did it because I knew he'd never expect that. But Dayton, meanwhile, the title when I upload it, it says Napoleon. So I'm like, oh well, that's that's cool. Him and Wayne are going to talk about Ridley Scott's Napoleon film with Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
Imagine my surprise when I heard Napoleon Dynamite. So listen, if you didn't check those out, a lot of fun. Dayton and Wayne, I can't thank them enough. They had a fun episode for us last week. And meanwhile, if you're new to Docubase 77, head over there, listen to their episode because I kind of took over his spot,
Yep.
and we had some fun talking about Whitney Houston. So
Yeah. Nice twist for the two,
it was a
for the
nice
two
week.
podcast. Love it.
Yeah, and I love the fact I don't know how we were able to keep it a secret because Dayton didn't tell any of his crew. I didn't tell any of you guys.
Yeah.
I remember when I told you guys like at the end of our Young Sherlock Holmes episode a couple weeks ago, I was like, hey, yeah, we're gonna be late and might have something. You both were like, you and Amber were like, what's going on?
What's going on over there?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, Wayne had known for months.
Mm.
So a lot of fun. Back to Val Kilmer. Dave.
Yes. Let's get back to Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I don't know how long this episode's going to last because, like, we're just, we didn't really prep, didn't
No,
really do
we just
any
roll with
research,
it.
so we're just rolling with it. But I can tell you a couple things. Like, on my way home, I was like, you know what, a couple fun things. I at least want to have a couple fun things
Of course.
about Valkyrie. Did you do the same thing?
I did the exact same thing because come
Okay.
on, we got to look things up, and this is what we do, right?
All right.
So one of the things that I found very interesting, I didn't know this. He attended high school with Mary Winningham and Kevin Spacey. But one of the things that I found very interesting was apparently he stated in his biography that for Mary Winningham that he was in love with her because she was old enough to drive and he wasn't.
Okay. I don't know. I could never see being in love with Mary Winningham, but
I can't either, but I mean, come on. They were probably
if you're
teenagers, so come on.
if you're Anthony Edwards in that nuclear bomb movie, what was that? I can't remember what the
what it
title
was called. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I know exactly
look
what you're talking about.
You know the
so.
movie I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
But also,
Interesting.
I found a interesting quote too, from him, which I was like, that's kind of cool. So he basically talks about how he got into acting. So he says, when I figured out that to have money you had to work, I knew I couldn't hack a regular job. So I thought acting would be good because basically you made your own hours, were ridiculously overpaid, and got the girls. Don't laugh. That was the truth. How funny is that?
He is nothing if he's not honest.
This is true. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
it is. It is. And one more. So apparently, he's notorious for turning down roles. If you look back at some of his history,
Oh, I know about
Um,
this.
so he turned down the role of Ponyboy in 1983, The Outsiders, because, and this is the cool part, because he was working with a theater company at the time, and if he was to leave that theater group to go be in The Outsiders, they would have to cancel the show, and all of those actors in that show would lose their jobs. So that is utter respect for Val Kilmer for
Wait,
staying there.
hold on. So you're because okay, I had something about him turning down a role. I didn't have
Mm.
this. You're telling me that he's in a theater company
Yeah.
and he skips out on The Outsiders, which is one of the best movies
Big
from
movie.
1983.
Yep.
Amazing book. And he does all that just because his buddies don't get fired or lose their
So they don't
jobs.
lose their job. Yeah. How cool is
Wow.
that?
Talk about loyalty.
Absolutely.
Could you imagine? I can't imagine anyone but Tommy Howe doing
Oh, yeah.
Pony Boy Curtis. So that I'm going to say I'm glad that he did it because it was the right thing to do. But I just couldn't see. I don't know if I could see Val Kilmer playing Pony Boy.
I can't either. So we obviously got the correct versions of everything here.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. Let me give you a couple near misses
Mhm.
for Val Kilmer. I didn't know that one, but this one kind of connects because obviously The Outsiders stars Patrick Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
He turned down Dirty Dancing.
What?
Yeah, because he didn't want to be viewed as a sex symbol.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's it's good to have a problem like that, you
It
know.
is. Yeah, that is a good problem. I wish I had that problem, but it's yeah.
And then you got to think about the timeline here. At the height of his popularity,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably circling the same roles as William Baldwin and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
So I thought this was interesting. He turned down the William Baldwin roles in Backdraft,
Mm.
Sliver, and Fair Game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was up for the roles, Keanu Reeves roles that he
Mm-hmm.
was in the running for
Yeah.
included Point Break, The Matrix, and Johnny Mnemonic.
Man,
A lot of sliding doors there.
there is a lot of sliding doors there. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he made the decisions that he wanted to make, and they were correct for him.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we got what we got. So it worked
we
out, in my
did.
opinion.
I think it worked out amazingly
Yeah,
well.
it did.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do a top 10 list. I'm
Let's
gonna go
do it.
first,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
What
keep
you got?
score. I'm gonna keep track here, so we don't end up with nine, or we don't end up with like 14.
No,
But
no cheating, Jeff. No
yeah, no
cheating.
cheating. Yeah, no cheating. All right, I'll say number 10. I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna go with one I feel is definitely underrated,
Mm-hmm.
and now the more I think about it, maybe we should cover it at some point.
Yeah.
He played an FBI agent in a movie called Thunderheart. Did you see that one?
Oh, yes, he did. That's a really good movie.
It's an awesome movie.
Yeah. Was it what, 1992? I think that was somewhere
Yeah,
in the early 90s.
92, 93 maybe.
Yeah.
He's playing an FBI agent, and his character is like uh, one quarter Sioux,
Yep.
which is kind of interesting because in real life I think he's a quarter Cherokee, or he's maybe an eighth Cherokee.
Yeah, I knew he had Cherokee in
Um,
him. So yeah.
yeah, but it's a really cool like if you're into like film noir, it's kind of got
Hmm.
that kind of vibe. I think it was him and Sam Shepard,
And
Graham
Graham Greene's
Greene.
in that. Yeah, Graham Greene, who I
Yeah, we
absolutely
love.
love.
I know you're a big Graham Greene fan.
Yep.
Yeah, if I remember, it was kind of based off of Wounded Knee, right? Like
Hmm.
the all the
Yes.
murders in the 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's like an FBI agent. They bring him in because they're like, oh well, he's part Native American,
Hmm.
so maybe they'll open up to him, and it's I don't know. I dig that movie. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
definitely. I'm writing that down. We should maybe cover that one
We
here,
should
here
cover
soon.
that one. I'm surprised we haven't covered that one.
Making a
Because
note
it's
of
a
it.
great film. And again, some of these films kind of slip through the cracks, which is why we do this podcast, because
Yeah,
we find them and we rediscover them and talk about them again.
yeah. All right. Let's go. We're gonna count our way down to the number one pick here.
Okay.
And again, let's be honest, Dave. We're shooting from the hip here,
Yeah.
so this isn't the best. This
It's not
isn't.
top
It's
10.
not.
You
It's
know, I
not
mean,
ranked. I mean, there's 10 of
right.
them, but we're just talking about our favorite movies, right? Or not our
Exactly.
favorite. Our favorite Val Kilmer
Performances.
performances.
Correct.
Because
Yeah,
I dig him.
absolutely.
It wouldn't. And another thing about that movie, I remember the soundtrack's awesome.
It is.
Um,
There's a reason why it's awesome, Jeff.
who did that one? Remind me.
The amazing James Horner.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Who am I talking to? Like, yeah. You
Right.
and you have to know that. You and Wayne are going to do another composer episode
For his
later this
birthday.
year, right? Yeah.
Yep, we absolutely are.
James Horner,
Yeah. A lot of content to talk about there, that's for sure.
a man and his anvil.
Yeah, we've talked
Oh,
about that
all
several
right,
times.
all right. Give me go number 9. Give me a pick here. Who you got?
Well, Jeff, I think I'm going to go with 1995's Heat. Who
Oh
when he plays
yeah,
Chris, was it Shirtless? Is that his
Sir
name?
Hearless. Sir Hearless.
Shirtless? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. You're dealing with bank robberies and scoring one last big score basically for money. And come on, let's talk about that fight through the streets when Val Kilmer comes out with that smile on his face, and then
Yeah.
oh my gosh, dude, and just such a powerful scene there. But I mean, Val Kilmer really did an amazing job in this performance. He does an amazing job in
We
all of these performances that we're talking about.
a
But
while
a film by
back.
Michael Mann, of course.
Yeah, Michael Mann.
Yeah.
A while back, Dayton invited me over. I did a Patreon episode for Docking Bay 77, And he
Mhm.
specifically was like, I know you want to do this because I'm going to talk about Heat. And he knows how much I
Ooh.
love Heat.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, absolutely. The bank robbery scene that you're talking about, though, I had a
Hmm.
very, what I felt was a very non-controversial take, but Dayton was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind?"
Of course.
There was something about Tom Sizemore. I had an opinion. I'm standing by it though. But and just doing research for that episode, I can tell
Hmm.
you, I mentioned him and Keanu Reeves kind of circling roles.
Yeah.
Michael Mann cast him in Heat because the original actor, who was in fact Keanu Reeves, had to back out before shooting. So
See, it works out.
it works out, yeah. Did you ever notice though? And again, I had to go digging to find this back when I was doing research on Heat.
Hmm.
Uh, did you ever notice, like when he wakes up at Robert De Niro's place, his beach house, he's got this very strange, his right elbow is like it's like unnaturally swollen, almost looks like it's broken or
Yeah,
something.
it's like it's broken or something. Yeah.
And you always like when you watch Heat, you always assume like, well, he got drunk, he was at the casino, something happened, maybe he got in a
Right.
fight, but they never acknowledge it, right? And
No.
it's just been weird. I found out that's a real wound. It's because he
Really?
broke his arm. Yeah, he broke his arm while he was filming The Doors. He broke his arm doing a
Oh
stage
wow.
dive as Jim Morrison,
Oh God.
and apparently the stunt guy that was there to catch him
Didn't catch him?
didn't understand the assignment. He did
Oh
not
well.
catch Val Kilmer,
You have one
and
job, dude.
he broke his arm like as bad as you can break it, and that's
Damn.
like it was like a permanent thing. Like that swollen elbow never went
Mm.
away. So,
Wow.
but you've never see it in any of his other movies. So
No, you don't. Well,
yeah,
that makes sense now why you see that. Okay.
yeah,
I
all
didn't
right,
know that. Good tidbit.
yeah.
Well, Jeff, what's next for us?
Okay, so this is number 8, right?
Yes,
We
8.
got, we got, we got to stay honest. We're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna cheat and take 6 more. Um,
We're not doing a Hoffman here. Come on.
yeah, I'm gonna get it out of the way. I'm gonna get it out of the way because I'd be surprised if you don't mention it. He's Batman. He's Batman
Yes,
Forever.
he is Batman. Come on. You got to give credit
I,
to that, right?
yeah, look, one of my all-time favorite Kilmer Batman stories
Hmm.
is that he actually found out that he had the role when he was literally in a bat cave doing research for Ghost in the Darkness. So were you aware of
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
he was
aware
like
of
in
this.
Africa or something
Yeah.
like that. Doesn't even read the script. He just accepted the job.
Hmm.
And I guess if you're an actor, like, are you really gonna if someone offer if Warner Brothers offers you Batman, are you really gonna say,
You're
well,
not
let me
turning
let
that
me
down.
let me read the script. Let me see what it's. Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Someone
And
came to you, Jeff, and said we're gonna cast you as Clark Kent. I mean, come on. You're not turning that down. You're not gonna say, let me
no,
see that script.
so let's get a really good wig maker. You know.
Well, you could
And
go
I'll
with
and
Lex
yes, I'll
Luthor,
shave
but
I'll shave my beard off. Yeah, I could. Yeah. No, I just you gotta give credit to him there because Michael
Mhm.
Keaton, it was Keaton's role, right?
Yeah.
And I know he had talked about I'd seen at some point I'd seen he's like on Entertainment Tonight maybe I think
Hmm.
Val Kilmer talk about how excited he was and he loved the franchise and he was excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It just sucks though because even though they speak respectfully of each other, he and Joel Schumacher they did not have a good time working together. And it started off so good because like if you think about it, they're like a couple weeks into production and Schumacher
Hmm.
is telling Kilmer like, hey, I've got this John Grisham book, I'm going to do a movie, it's called A Time to Kill, and you are going to be the lead. And they have such a bad time filming Batman Forever
Hmm.
that Joel calls up Matthew McConaughey instead. So
Interesting.
and Kilmer, like they come knocking for Batman and Robin. He's like, no thanks, I'm good. Does not want to play Batman again.
Yeah. I mean, he got his fill, I guess. So time to move
I
on.
guess, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right. Let's see. What was this? Number 7.
Number
We'll
7.
call it. Yeah. I got.
So
I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna lose
you,
track.
you need to keep notes, okay? Keep
I'll
keep
keep it.
keep us
I'll keep
honest.
notes. I'll keep in
Keep us
notes. Yeah.
honest.
We typically don't do this. We're
We're
live
shooting from
without
the
a net
hip.
right now.
We're shooting
Yeah.
from the hip.
Shooting from the hip.
So
Okay. What do you got? What pick one here.
I'm going to kind of date myself on this one. So this is the year I graduated from high school, 1991. and it
Okay.
is an Oliver Stone film, Jeff.
Okay, I know what you're talking. Wait,
So
I don't know. He's worked with Stone like what, twice?
twice, yeah. Well, this
Okay.
is the story about Jim Morrison in The Doors.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a story obviously that where he plays Jim Morrison and absolutely becomes him. If you watch this movie, it is crazy on how much he looks, acts, sings, everything in this film. It is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's doing his own singing, and
Yes.
as I recall, like the surviving members of the band said he was so convincing,
Yes.
and his vocals were so good that they couldn't distinguish him from the real Jim Morrison.
Correct.
If that's got to be the greatest compliment an actor could
Yeah,
receive.
absolutely. I mean, if you get that, you know you've done your job. And I mean, if you the movies that we're talking about tonight for Val Kilmer, you just see the range this guy has. Okay, he is all over the place. It just shows you how talented this guy was. But I found another quote that I found kind of interesting. So it's a little long, so just bear with me here.
Hmm.
He says, I listened to a lot of records. I smoked quite a few cigarettes, and that the smoking stayed with me, unfortunately. And I copied his voice in much the same way as I would learn an accent. With a lot of work, I got it. I found Jim's voice. Whenever people see me singing, it's really me singing. It's live. Oliver, talking about Oliver Stone, was counting a lot on the spontaneity and the authenticity, especially in the concert scenes. Everything was pre recorded just in case, but I ended up performing it all live. It is all the thing of imagination, and one can have the tendency to underestimate it. Physically, I enjoyed myself a lot when I had to gain weight to incarnate Jim Morrison at the end of his life. When he is in his stupor, intoxicated by alcohol and drugs, he resembles Karl Marx. The makeup artist took Polaroids and showed them to the Doors, what you're talking about, guitarist, and to Alan Ronay to get their approval. They were amazed by the resemblance that helped me a lot.
Wow.
Doesn't that just give you chills, man?
It does. It does. Uh, I'll tell you. So, I want to call out our buddies Jason and D at the Surely You
Hmm.
Can't Be Serious podcast. So they've got um, like their Patreon. I'm a part of it, and they got like there's like a chat. That it's like the Patreon members, and you can't help but become really good friends with a lot of these guys.
Great.
Okay.
Hmm.
And obviously that chat is just exploding with this news about Val Kilmer. I want to shout out though, a little shout out to Tristan Martin if
Hmm.
he's listening to this one. He shared, he actually shared a post from Jennifer Tilly,
Oh,
who I've always had a thing for Jennifer Tilly. You know that, Dave.
oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, listen to this post that she shared today. She writes, a long time ago, I was auditioning for the movie The Doors. It was kind of a cattle call. They paired together potential Jims with potential Pamelas, and they were running behind, so we were spilling out of the casting office, sitting on the porch, the lawn, and the driveway. All of a sudden, a 60s convertible came screeching up, blaring Doors music at top volume, and a guy jumped out and strode inside. He had wild hair, and he was barefoot, shirtless, and wearing nothing but a pair of tight leather pants. We all looked at each other like, who is this guy? We were more than a little shook by the sheer audacity of his entrance. Well, of course, it was Val Kilmer, and from that minute on, nobody else stood a chance. Rest in peace, King.
Wow.
And I mean, I hope you heard that in Jennifer Tilly's voice because
I did. I did.
hello.
How could you not?
Yeah. But Tristan, I know we were all talking today. Tristan, thanks for sharing that because I thought that was really cool. And I
It
saw it
is
and I was
really
like, you
cool.
know what? We're going to talk about Val Kilmer. I know we'll talk about the Doors.
Yeah,
So thanks, Tristan.
absolutely. Wonderful quote. Good job. Well, Jeff, give us our number six.
I'll give you another one, and it's only because it's fresh in my mind. It's probably the most recent Val Kilmer movie I've watched. And what I mean most recent, I mean, I love all his movies, but we actually did back in December for our Shane Black episode, we did a
Hmm.
movie called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go back and check that out. Me and Andrew had a great time talking about this one. So I don't want to step on that one too much, Dave, but
Hmm.
you've seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, correct?
It's been a while. Yes.
Him and Robert Downey Jr.
Yes. I think he gets mistaken for an actor or something along those lines, if I remember correctly.
RDJ gets mistaken for
Yeah. RDJ. Correct.
yeah, yeah. Um, who's trying to become a detective. He's playing the role of a detective, and they
Hmm.
pair him
With
Gay
Gay
Perry.
Perry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, it's just, and I'll give you a couple just because it's still fresh in my head. I do remember me and Andrew talking about he had to drop 50 pounds to play the role
Hmm.
really quickly because he had just played a heavyset king in Alexander. And his character is typically viewed as the first openly gay character to lead a Hollywood action film.
Hmm. All right.
And I say that just so I could say this because Andrew got a kick out of this. There's a scene, if you recall, they have to him and Robert Downey Jr. have to prove that they're in a relationship and
Hmm.
they are going to kiss. And when asked about how do you prepare for something like that, if you're told that you have to kiss Robert Downey Jr., what's your preparation? He said, I really just thought about Kevin Bacon. No other context. I don't know if he had a thing for Kevin Bacon or what, but we got a kick out of that one.
That's
Yeah.
hysterical. Love
Yeah,
it.
listeners, lot of fun on that episode. Go back, check out our Kiss Kiss Bang Bang episode. And with that, Dave,
Yeah,
we're probably I think according to my notes, we're like halfway through.
we
So
are.
number 5 pick. Give me I almost said Kevin Bacon movie. Give me a Val Kilmer movie here, Dave.
So, little history on this film. This was my introduction, actually, to Val Kilmer.
Oh,
You'd
can
be
I guess?
surprised.
Can I
Yeah, take a
guess?
guess. What do you think?
You said it's your introduction to Val Kilmer.
Correct. What do you think it is?
It's got to be Real Genius or Top Gun.
That would be incorrect.
On both?
Yeah, on both of those.
Okay, what do you got?
My introduction to Val Kilmer was seeing this film in the theater in 1988, and it is, of course, Ron
Uh,
Howard's Willow.
Willow.
Yes, sir.
You are great.
Yeah, he plays Mad Mardigan in this, and is just an absolutely stunning character in this. This is the movie that caused me to go back to watch Real Genius, watch Top Gun, because I saw how talented this dude was, and I wanted to see more of him.
He is
And
such a fun character in that movie.
he is. I mean, he plays strong. He plays a fool. He's an accidental hero, really, in this film.
He's
He's all over the place.
he's kind of like a fantasy middle-aged fantasy version of like Jack Burton. Like
Yes.
he's stumbling, like he's falling ass backwards into like
Right.
saving the day for most
Yeah.
of the movie, I think.
I mean, I think Joanne Whaley's character kind of helped him out a little bit
Oh
throughout this
gosh,
film,
yeah.
who became his wife because
Yeah,
they
didn't
met
they
for
meet
the
on the
first time
set?
here. Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Uh
And they had a couple kids
yeah,
together.
I'll tell you, as I recall, John Cusack had tested for the role and
Mhm.
he had it all but locked up until Val Kilmer showed up, and it could have been a 60s convertible like the situation with the door. We don't know, but
Right.
but yeah, he took the role from John right out of John Cusack's hands.
You know,
Such a great movie.
it is a great movie. Love it. Great fantasy film. You mentioned earlier about him getting hurt, breaking his arm
Yeah.
in the doors. Apparently, Val Kilmer is like really into his role, so he got hurt on this one too. Remember the scene that he was in the cage when he got when
Yeah.
Willow met him? Well,
Yeah.
apparently he fell out of that cage. The cage came down and slammed on his foot and hurt him pretty
Oh,
bad. So there's some scenes that you'll see him like walking gingerly in some of those scenes. So yeah, apparently he really gets into his roles and doesn't care if he gets hurt or not. But just makes me appreciate him so much more as an actor.
okay. So I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but we we had just talked to Ron Howard. What was
Mr.
that,
Howard.
yesterday? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was yesterday.
yeah.
Did you? I mean, you talked to him. I didn't talk to him. Did you mention Willow at all? Did you talk about Val Kilmer?
Of course I mentioned Willow. I hadn't even signed
Okay.
my Willow poster, so
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
so
Did
of
he?
course I did. I did actually. It had to be quick, obviously, because the line was really long. But first off, Ron is super nice and just had a genuine smile on his face when I walked up to him. But I asked him. I said, what was Val Kilmer like to work with? And he immediately responded and said he was wonderful at what he did, and that was the very reason why he was chosen to be Mad Mardigan in Willow. I followed it up with mentioning how versatile and that he had an amazing range, which Ron quickly agreed with me on.
That is absolutely incredible. I'm glad you got to mention Val.
I mean, of course, it's how unusual it is, though, that I finally get to meet Ron Howard after all these years. Never thought I would get to meet the guy. And the week I get to meet him is the week that Val Kilmer passes away. I mean, Honestly, what are the
Yeah.
chances of that?
Well, yeah, because like you don't want to bring him down. You know,
No.
we're all there. We were all there at Steel City to have a good time in Pittsburgh,
Right.
and
Right.
but I like that. I like that he had something nice to say.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Jeff, let's move on down. Give us our number 4, buddy.
Well, you know, because I just said it, and you know, I was wrong. Real genius. We got
Oh yeah.
he's playing Chris Knight. You know, I'll tell you one thing I love about Real Genius.
Hmm.
Cor- Help me with my movie math, but I'm pretty sure he's the second movie character to stick it to William Atherton.
I think you are correct.
Because let's see, you had Bill Murray did it in Ghostbusters, and
Yes.
that would have been the year before Real Genius, right?
Hmm.
And then Bonnie Bedelia in Die Hard does it a couple years after him, so
Yep.
he's right there in the prime. You know,
He's in a good club.
why is William Atherton always a dick? You know,
He is.
I
He
don't
just
get
plays
it.
it so well. That's why.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, Chris Knight. He speaking of Bill Murray, I feel like I feel like Val's character in Real Genius is reminiscent of Bill Murray's character in Meatballs.
Yes,
Was
I
it
could definitely
Tripper?
see that. Yeah.
He's kind of like the older, cooler guy that takes the shy adolescent under his
Yep.
wing and teaches him to be confident, but also cut loose.
Yep. I definitely
Be a
can see
good,
that. I
be
didn't
a
think
good
about
double
that.
feature. Yeah,
It,
yeah, because
it would
yeah,
be.
Meatballs and Real Genius.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I mean, it takes place in what, an engineering college. So I mean,
yeah,
you have a summer school for, and then but you have it's okay. It works out.
yeah. It could work out. Yeah, the kids got to leave camp and they got to go back. They got to go back to school.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that movie is so fun though.
It is.
And Chris Knight's just cool. Like he's clearly, at that time I think he was he had already done like what Top Secret I think.
Yeah.
So he's like the lead. He's the headliner. You know his
Mhm.
Chris Knight. Remember the VHS box cover like Chris Knight is the '80s Einstein or something like that.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
could you
he's a
forget that
goofball.
that cover? I mean, you see it
can't.
right ahead in your head, especially when working at Suncoast. You just know it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one other thing. I don't care what anyone says. If you tell me that Ryan Reynolds wasn't looking at Val Kilmer as Chris Knight
Hmm.
as a template to play a lot of Ryan Reynolds roles,
Hmm.
like Van Wilder and Waiting and all these movies where he's the older, kind of cooler guy that shows the adolescent how to be
Right.
cool. Yeah, he had to watch Real Genius a lot, I think.
You had to. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good homework.
What's that leave us? I think that we got three left.
Three left. Yeah.
All right, your turn. Because there's only a couple more that I can think of right off the top of my head. So I'll
And
gotta
listeners are
say
probably
one of them.
freaking out right now because they're like, "Oh my God, they're not going to say this one.
What are these
they
guys
doing?"
watching? Like, well, I mean, again, no prep. We're
Yeah.
just talking. So,
Exactly.
what do you got? What are you thinking?
So you mentioned this one a little bit ago, and this is Willow was one of the reasons why I went back to see this film. And of course, that's a 1986 Top Gun, which we had a great conversation on the 1986 series with the
Oh,
group
wow.
about this film, where he plays Iceman, whatever you want to call him. I know he's credited as Ice.
Tom Kazansky, Iceman,
Yes, Iceman.
Mr. Iceman to you. David, it's the
Great
way he
film.
flies. Ice cold, no mistakes.
Exactly. Directed by Tony Scott, of course.
Yeah.
Again, Val Kilmer has played with so many amazing directors down this list. It is nuts. Just shows you his talent because he's going to work with talented directors because he's so good too.
Well,
But I mean,
he didn't even want to do this movie,
No,
but he's
he
forced
didn't.
to do it by what,
Contractually, he had to.
contractual.
Yep.
Yeah. Tony Scott's promising him it's going to be a great experience. From our episode, didn't he say something like Top Gun was both a blast and an education?
And it goes, yep, it sure
Yeah,
is.
that's something like that.
So one of his quotes, Jeff, it kind of reminds me, it's like me and you. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say you are still dangerous, but you could be my wingman anytime.
Bullshit. You can be mine. Oh, speaking of bullshit, Davey, maybe I don't know if we talked about this or not on our Top Gun episode for 1986, but
Hmm.
one of the more quotable lines delivered by Ice is
Mhm.
when he coughs the word bullshit at
Bullshit.
Maverick's claim of flying inverted over the MiG.
Yeah.
That was ad-libbed by Kilmer, and
Oh,
everyone's
nice.
reaction that you see in the movie is real because they had no idea who was going to do
Perfect.
that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta love when that
Man,
stuff like that happens, man.
I absolutely love it.
Makes
I
great
love
cinema.
the fact, yeah, and I'm not cheating here. Just as an add-on to Top Gun, I love the fact that Tom brought Val Kilmer back.
Oh my
from
God,
Maverick.
yes.
Because maybe the best moment in that movie, the most
Oh,
heartfelt
it
moment in
is
that movie.
most heartfelt movie. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We saw that together,
Yeah. I
and
remember.
I just remember just the feeling you got when that scene started. You knew it was coming,
Hmm.
and it's just man, it gives you chills because you didn't think it was going to happen in this film, and they actually made it work, and it's
Yeah.
just phenomenal that they did that. It really is.
What's he saying, Maverick? The Navy needs Pete Mitchell, and that's
Pete
why I
Mitchell.
fought for you all these years. Yeah, man.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Okay, that's
It's
minor cheat. Top Gun Maverick, but it's the same character, so we can
same
get away.
character. That's
Yeah.
exactly yes.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, that pulls us down to number two. What is it?
I'm dying to watch it, but I always wait till summertime. And don't ask me why it's a summertime movie for me.
Yeah.
But maybe the shortest amount of screen time he's had,
Hmm.
and you don't really even see his face. But one of my all-time favorite movies, Tony Scott, again,
Again.
True Romance, where he plays the mentor.
Yes.
Okay, in the history of movies, no character has had a cooler subconscious than Clarence Worley in True Romance. His inner thoughts, like Christian Slater, his inner thoughts are basically brought to life by what is clearly the visage of Elvis Presley.
Oh, yes.
But they didn't want to get in trouble with the Presley estate, so they called him the mentor.
Mentor. Correct.
And he's played by Val Kilmer
Beautifully.
with
Perfectly.
precision. Oh
Yes.
yeah, his voice, like it's just cool. Like
Hmm.
the sage advice he gives Clarence, as insane as it is in some of the cases. But you got to remember, this is Clarence's head. He's just basically trying to talk himself into or out of doing things.
Right.
You can
It,
only hope that your inner monologue sounds like Val Kilmer doing an Elvis Presley
right.
impersonation.
Right.
It's awesome. It's so cool.
It is. And a film written by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, written by QT. Like,
Yeah.
what's he? Clarence is a little. He's not as confident. He's like, hey, was I cool? He's like, oh, you were cool in the
You
cool.
cool.
You know.
Yeah.
You know?
Love it.
Oh man, yeah. The mentor again. Not his biggest role or his most prominent role, but his coolest role.
But it's coolest role. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a I don't I have to check, but there's I forget the company, but there's a company that's doing True Romance action figures,
Oh,
and the
sweet.
mentor is one of them. They're
Well, they
only doing
better
like
be.
four. I think they're doing like Clarence, Alabama, Drexel, and the mentor. I think that's the four they're
Nice.
doing.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I
I
gotta
like
get me
that.
a mentor character. I gotta get me a mentor figure.
Yeah, you do.
All right. It just dawned on me this whole time we're talking,
Yeah.
and we haven't even brought this one. We have one pick left. I hope you're not gonna say like the Salton Sea or
The Saint.
so the same. Well, can we
That's a good
hold on?
movie. It's a good movie. Don't get me
Can we
wrong.
get can we do like an honorable mention for the Saint?
Yeah, sure
I
we
thought that
could.
movie was cool.
That is a cool movie.
That
It
should
is.
have been a franchise.
I agree. It should have.
I don't know why it wasn't,
I don't
and
think
I
it was
didn't do any
just.
research on it, so I can't tell you why it wasn't. But I do. I will say this: that was one of those Suncoast movies. Like when we were back at the store,
Yeah.
I remember when that one came out on VHS and DVD.
Yeah. It
We played the shit out of that thing.
was a good movie. Yeah.
It was a good movie. Him and who is it?
Absolutely.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Honorable mention
Well,
to
that's
to
our
the
number
Saint.
one. There we go. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no, no. So yeah, for all the fans of the Saint, we at least gotta give it some love. So
We do.
all right,
Absolutely.
you better say the right title here. What are you about to say?
Well, Jeff, I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah,
1993's Tombstone,
Doc
baby.
Holliday.
To me, Jeff, the best performance of all times from Val Kilmer. And that says a lot because he has done a phenomenal job in all the movies that we've already talked about, okay? But
Yeah.
how he portrays Doc Holliday in this, and it is an absolute damn crime. He did not win an Oscar for this role.
Okay, hold on now. Okay, so think about this, because I'm sure he wasn't even nominated for this one.
Yeah.
And now you got me thinking about Oscars, like what he did to become Jim Morrison, like you're in an
Hmm.
Oliver Stone, like I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but if he wasn't, I don't know how he didn't win, but if he wasn't nominated, that's the real crime.
It is.
But yeah, I I'm glad that we were ending on Tombstone because
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna say that's his best role, his best
Yeah.
film role ever,
It,
right?
it, it is. It is. I mean, he's playing a guy with tuberculosis, and he pulls it off so well, man. I mean, you watch him on screen, you believe he is freaking sick, man, and
Gosh, yeah.
still is able to, make the performance real and feel real. I know the scene at the OK Corral when they were, getting ready to fight, and I believe was it Thomas Hayden Church that he says that
Yep.
you're a daisy if you do.
Or what? Okay. That's at the end of the gunfight at
The end
the
of the
OK
gunfight,
crossing. Like
yes,
I
because
can't
he's
remember
getting
which
ready to.
cowboy it is
I think it was Thomas Hayden
because he's
Church. I could be
no.
wrong.
Well, Thomas Hayden Church is the one that kicks things off.
Okay, that's what it is.
Um,
Okay,
it's the guy with the mustache. I can't remember who it was because the guy's like, "I got you, you son of a bitch," or something like that.
yeah,
And he's like, "You're a daisy
you're
if
your
you
daisy if you
do."
do.
Yeah, great line.
Yeah, and did you believe it or not? But that is an actual line that the real Doc Holliday said that they use it in the film.
How would what was it like in the paper or something, or how would they?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I
it
guess
was in.
they had printing presses and all that.
Of course they did, Jeff.
You were talking about Thomas Hayden Church.
Hmm.
You got to keep this in mind. Val Kilmer, always the improv guy. So that scene, how it kicks up. Remember, it kicks off because Val Kilmer, or I should say Doc Holliday, winks at it. Like everyone's frozen, no one's moving,
Hmm.
and he winks at Thomas Hayden Church,
Yep.
and that's what causes Kurt Russell to be like, "Oh my god!" And then
Oh
it's
my.
on.
Yep. Yep. It's all
That
she wrote, man.
him winking at Thomas Hayden
Hmm.
Church, um, him whistling. Yeah, they're doing that walk down the street, and he's it's quiet, but he's whistling the whole time.
Yep.
Even when he's gambling earlier, like he's rolling the coin
Hmm.
um on his knuckles. That's all Val Kilmer in the moment.
Yep.
That's no one saying, "Hey, try this or do this." And
No, he
he's
did it.
got that thing. Like yeah, he I think in the Doors he's using a drumstick, twirling it between his knuckles. He in
Hmm.
Top Gun it's an ink pen when they're
Yeah, he did it quite a
talking
bit,
about the hard deck.
actually.
Yeah, he that's a thing. He always rolls an object on his knuckles. It's like a
I can't remember correctly, but didn't he do something with Swords and Willow,
I think you're right.
where he was like doing
It's
something
kind of
similar
like a
to
little
that?
playful little. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to watch. It's been a while since I've seen Willow, but
It is for me too, but I'm
I
pretty
dig
sure
that
he's
he.
doing something like that.
Yeah, I dig that he improvs mannerisms. Like
Hmm.
sometimes it's a line, like the bullshit line, but sometimes it's just physicality that
Right.
he puts into the role. I dig that.
I do too. And speaking of lines, Jeff, you know how much I love quotes, okay?
Yeah.
And I love to put them in here. I found one actually. Val Kilmer mentions his role as Doc Holliday.
Okay.
He says, "I liked being Doc Holliday. It's fun to be insightful and aristocratic, to stand up for your friend and make sacrifices for him. It was fun to be arrogant like he was and have the goods to back it up. He was a very noble character. Although let's not forget, he did kill a lot of people."
Yeah. Uh, I'll tell you what. Wrapping things up here, Doc Holliday
Yep.
and if I'm thinking, I'd probably say Iceman. Between Doc Holliday and Iceman, who would you think in your opinion, who has the better quotes? Who or which character do you think is more quotable in
I
your opinion?
They both got some great
They've got
quotes.
some great ones, right?
Yeah, yeah, they really do. Dude, I have to go with Doc Holliday. There
You're
are
gonna go Doc?
so many good ones throughout that film. And the fact that some of them were actually real from the actual Doc
Yeah.
Holliday, I got to go with him.
I think I might. It's so easy to go Doc Holliday, but
It is.
Iceman has so. Okay, I'll say this. I think Holliday has the more fun quotes, but I think Ice, no pun intended, has the cooler quotes.
That is a hell
Like
of a thing for you to say to me.
well, Dave, the plaque for the alternates is down in the ladies' room. So you know,
I
I don't
stand
like you
corrected,
because you're
Wyatt. You're an
unsafe.
oak.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know how many times I've like at work I've been in the moment and just gotten one of my buddies' face and said, "I don't like you because you're unsafe," especially when we're doing like safety training.
That's awesome.
I'd be curious as to see what people think. Like, yeah, listeners, what's the right answer here? You got to tell us. Like, reach out on social media. Tell us on
Yeah, help us out.
X or Instagram or Facebook or email us. What's your favorite quote? Who has the better quotes?
And you're a
Did
daisy
we
if you do.
mention? Yeah, you're a daisy if you do. I can't wait. Someone's gonna send us an angry letter because we didn't mention one of their favorite Val Kilmer movies. I'm just gonna
Oh,
reply like, I'm gonna tap a gun. Are we cross? Maybe it is Doc Holliday now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. Dave, thanks for just having a cool chat, man,
Yeah, man, it's a good time.
and celebrating the career of Val Kilmer. It's unfortunate that we lost him, but
It is.
we have his movies, for forever, and that's a good thing for us, I think.
Absolutely, it is, man. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Well, listeners, as I said, did we talk about your favorite movie? What's your favorite quote? You can let us know. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. You can reach out to us at afilmbypodcast@gmail.com. And you can check out our website, www.afilmbypodcast.com. And Dave, there's always Patreon.
Yeah, there is.
I'll say you just kicked off a film at 50
Yes,
with
sir.
Escape to Witch Mountain.
Yep.
And
We got another big one coming up soon.
yeah, I noticed you didn't tee it up. Are you gonna make us guess? Because
Yeah, we're keeping it secret because we want people to think about what came out in 1975 and then just join us to see what we're talking about. So we're not going to tell you what the next one is.
listeners, check out patreon.com/a film by podcast. You can join for as little as $3 a month, or you can sign up for a free trial. So like what is it, Dave? Like a free 7-day trial?
Yep.
Get in there, like Columbia Houses. Just get in there, download everything,
Exactly.
and get I'm out. It's 6 days in, I'm out. That's cool.
right.
At
We get
least
it.
you're gonna be getting some cool. You're gonna be getting some cool exclusive episodes. And Dave, it's been a bit, so we got quite a catalog built up over there.
Oh my gosh, do we ever?
Yeah,
A lot to dig into.
yeah. Well, for those of you following, listening, checking us out on social media, um, we thank you, and we
Yep.
hope that you're going to watch some Val Kilmer movies
Absolutely.
this week. See you next time.